So this is why some people think that Hoboken is overrated as a city to buy a home in New Jersey. Now, before everyone jumps in the comments, just hear me out. Hoboken is an incredible town. You have amazing waterfront views of New York City. The public transportation into New York is hard to beat from any other area of New Jersey. And the restaurants, the downtown, the bars, the shopping, there are a ton of options for people. But not everybody wants that lifestyle. So today, we're gonna cover some aspects of Hoboken that make some people think that Hoboken is overrated. Welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jordan Zuber. I'm a local realtor in New Jersey, and I put out videos every week to help buyers and sellers learn more about the real estate market in New Jersey and learn about different cities and different towns that may be a good fit for them. So let's get into it. Reason number one, you're really paying a premium for the name, just to say, oh, I live in Hoboken. Don't get me wrong, the location of Hoboken is fantastic, but because it's such a desirable area, the pricing is way more than other nearby towns that may be similar for you. You might be able to look into Union City, Jersey City, Weehawken, and find something that might qualify for you at a much better price point. And it's not just the purchase price of the home that you have to think about here. A lot of areas of Hoboken, you have high HOA fees that you have to pay every single month. You may have to get flood insurance depending on where you're located. The property taxes are a little bit higher, so that adds to your bill every single year as well. And that's why I tell my clients, you have to look at your overall fees and your total monthly expense, not just the purchase price of your home. Number two, is the value really there for what you're paying? What you have to look at and what you have to think about is, what do you want as a buyer? Do you want a larger floor plan? Do you need parking? Do you need a yard or a backyard? These are things that are harder to come by in Hoboken. And again, that drives your price higher and higher. The same budget that might get you an 800 square foot condo in Hoboken might be enough money to get you a larger single family home, maybe have a yard and a backyard in other areas of northern New Jersey. Now, obviously, you may be giving up some walkability and some convenience, but depending on your lifestyle, that might be the trade-off that's right for you. Next up, we have crowds and parking. Hoboken is extremely densely populated with over 68,000 people living in a square mile. It's one of the most densely populated cities in all of the country, and because of that, you have people everywhere. You have restaurants that are filled, you have bars that are filled, you may have lines to get into those places or reservations that are required. So these are all things that need to fit your lifestyle if you're looking to buy in Hoboken. For some people, those crowds and that liveliness is what brings charm to Hoboken. But for other people, they understand that the parking is very difficult and they've had too many run-ins with the parking authority. If you own a car in Hoboken, looking for parking and getting parking tickets will become part of your daily routine. The Hoboken Parking Authority actually monitored some of their parking locations, and they noted over 60 double park violations per day and over 150 bus violations per day in each of those locations. That just gives you a general idea of how competitive the streets are when it comes to parking in Hoboken. So next up comes flooding and flood insurance, and this is something that buyers in Hoboken can't ignore. Now, not all areas of Hoboken are subject to flooding, but I'm sure everyone has seen viral videos after a significant rainstorm of the streets of Hoboken just totally covered with what looks like an absolute tsunami, multiple feet of water through the streets. You can't drive through the flood, you can't walk through the flood, and if you have a dog, your dog definitely can't walk through the flood either. So if you're looking to purchase a condo in Hoboken, you have to look outside of the unit that you're purchasing itself. You have to look at the building. Does the building have any history of flooding? Does the building require flood insurance? Look into those items, and then you can make a deciding factor if it's worth it for you or not. Next up, we have just the overall cost of living. So it's not just the purchase price of your home, just the general cost of living in Hoboken is significantly higher than other areas. If we're looking at the national average, Hoboken has roughly a 7% increase on the regular cost of living. So this is everyday items that you're purchasing, it's gas for your car, it's groceries at the store, even gym memberships. Everything is going to be slightly higher in Hoboken. So you have to be prepared for that if you're going to be purchasing a home there and living there in the future. Next up, in Hoboken, we've kind of touched on this, but you're talking about a smaller place for a bigger price. Unless you're willing to pony up multiple millions of dollars for some of the beautiful brownstones that are in Hoboken, more than likely, you're looking at a condo. And again, we've talked about smaller floor plans or less living space, maybe smaller bedrooms. And these are all things that need to fit your lifestyle. And so again, are you okay with a smaller living space, smaller bedrooms maybe a smaller floor plan? All of these things you have to take into consideration of what you want your life to look like. Lastly, we just have in general, the Hoboken lifestyle isn't for everyone. Hoboken has some of the best restaurants and some of the best bars in all of New Jersey. And because of that, the streets are very lively. If you're more into peace and quiet and quaint towns, Hoboken might not be the right fit. However, if you thrive on energy and you love being around people, then you may love it. So who should buy and live in Hoboken? If you're working in Manhattan, if you're okay having a smaller space, if you like a walkable area with a lot of restaurants and bars and you thrive on that energy and love being around people, Hoboken could be a great fit for you. The problem arises if a buyer thinks it's the right choice, but they don't agree with those things and they're just going off of the prestige of the town, Hoboken, the name that they're always hearing from other people. When I'm working with my buyers and they mention Hoboken, I always encourage them to also explore some other nearby towns. You have Jersey City if you want a little more diversity. You have Weehawken and Edgewater if you really love those New York City views, or maybe even something like Rutherford, New Jersey, if you want a little more charm, a little quieter, a little more suburban feel, but still a great commute into New York City. And some of my clients still decide that they want Hoboken and nothing else. And that's great too, as long as you decide what's right for you. Because real estate is not a one-size-fits-all thing. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. Do you think Hoboken is overrated? Are there certain things of Hoboken that you love, certain things that you hate? Comment below. Once again, I'm Jordan Zuber, your local New Jersey real estate expert.